In the top left-hand corner, it is the purple Terran player. It is T Gosu B's EliteSlayer.
In the bottom right-hand corner, in the yellow, from Risen Competitive, it's EterNal. Kind of fun to point out here too. EterNal, he is the admin for this tournament. He's constantly getting the groups together to play, working on the scheduling, getting everything on a Wikipedia. So, huge shout out to him for making this happen.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, the RSL, we're in our second season now, and, win or lose, regardless of any of that, I know that pretty much everybody that has played in it they've had a good time. And it's just been, a fun event, a nice break from ladder or clan wars to do a little bit of individual competition. So again, you're right. Huge shout out to our Canadian brother EterNal.
French Canadian.
French Canadian. You're right. I should have specified.
Yeah, yeah.
It was wrong of me to not specify.
Stalix is displeased.
Stalix is displeased with
Stalix,
this.
of course, the other French Canadian.
The other French Canadian.
16.
And they're both in the same group. So if EterNal wins this match, we're gonna have two French Canadians playing against each other, and I'm not sure that the internet can handle a match like that. So I kind of want to see it happen.
I do too.
But again, this time a little bit more normal. It does not look like EliteSlayer is going for a proxy, as the factory is back at home. It's not proxied out on the map. Duh. Means he's not proxying. But again, EterNal rallying that Reaper around, wants to make sure nothing crazy is going to come his way. And knowing EterNal, I expect to see a very, very similar build to what we saw the last time.
I agree. And it's all going to come down to micro here. In the early game, I think we might see a mid to late game this time around.
Yeah, certainly. I mean, that would be nice. TVT is always fun to watch because, like you said, a lot of things blow up, and I mean, who doesn't like watching things blow up? Am I right?
I'm just gonna make a really edgy joke there.
We'll table that for now, because it looks like we have a variation in the builds here. The CC on the low ground on the way for EterNal, but EliteSlayer foregoing that for that fast tech lab and fast starport. He's gonna get himself a Cyclone out. And I'm pretty sure that the Cyclone Reaper beats the Hellion Reaper. I'm pretty sure.
I think like 8 times out of 10.
At least that number, yeah. So this could line up for him pretty well. He's going to get a Liberator for himself as well. Now, again, with that tech lab on the way here for EterNal on the factory, I would expect him to get a Cyclone as well. And I think Cyclones deal well with Liberators, so I don't know. We could get into all kinds of a funky scenario in terms of build interaction here. Ooh, these guys are gonna dodge each other? These guys are gonna dodge each other. Okay. Okay.
EterNal's gonna pick off Marine here.
Yes, he is. And the question is...
he sees the move out, yeah.
Yeah, and it looks like EliteSlayer is going to turn around, and he's going to try and dodge this army as well, because I don't think he wants to fight this with the 3 Reapers. And here we go. 1 Reaper for EterNal going down already, but this Cyclone's getting mighty low, and so is one of those Reapers. Ooh, Cyclone goes down. Ooh, second Reaper goes down. So another Cyclone out now. He should be able to hold this high ground, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, with the Liberator. But still, some nice trades there initially, especially when we bear in mind that the CC is on the low ground already making an orbital for EterNal versus the CC just starting in the main here for EliteSlayer.
Yeah, and this is what I mean about TVT being a chess match. You know, both players chose and they executed that move, and their commitment was locked in, right? EliteSlayer saying, hey, I'm going to go for this high-tech early game push, and I need to do damage here. And, EterNal catching him out on the map and saying, oh no you don't, with less committal and trading more efficiently. So.
Yeah, but now, there's 2 Cyclones heading towards the front of EterNal's base. He's going to get a pick on that Hellion, that's nice. And it looks like this Liberator might sneak around back while he tries to occupy the forces at the front. He will draw that Cyclone away from the main. And if he can do that while keeping his own Cyclones alive, actually locks onto the 2 Cyclones. Oh, nothing dies. Okay, cool. But here comes that Liberator, and it might start to get itself some nice little damages. Oh, nope. Has to get the heck out of here now.
Position, yeah.
Oh. gets it with the vision. I'm not sure if it was the scan or the Raven, but got just enough vision. That's a nice pick off on that Liberator. And now, I mean, EterNal's up 10 workers, and he's about even on army, and he has got one of those Ravens, which, I mean, we joke and joke, but those Ravens really can be a game changer, especially in the early game of these fights.
Yeah, disables on tanks are very, very good in TVT and can make or break a defense.
Yeah, and I mean, now EterNal is really, really powering up towards the mid game. We see the third CC, more barracks. His 1-1 upgrades are on the way. Now, I guess to contrast that, his stim is going to be about 6 miles behind EliteSlayer's. So, you know, getting his bio ball up and maybe going for a push could be nice here. Actually, no, he's getting a third CC too. So, you know, while the stim is going to be done faster, I don't think he has the army to take advantage of that. And I mean, most of the other, you know, big things you would look for in the mid game are going to be faster here for EterNal.
Well, EterNal's choosing to push out, but EliteSlayer has a couple tanks on the way. He's got 2 medevac. He does have stim finish, and I don't know. I don't know how this goes for EterNal. I think it comes down to the Raven play.
I think you're 100% right. You know, there's those 3 cyclones and the tank that I think he can disable. What does he have? 3 disables right now.
I think just 2, maybe 3.
How much energy is disable?
Not a clue.
Oh, okay. If it's 50 energy, then actually now I think he has 4. But we're stupid, so we don't know. But here is the engagement. These Marines are going to start to get picked off. This tank getting some big shots in. It looks like it's going to be auto turrets to prevent him from getting in on these tanks. And now I'm not sure if he has a disable. Oh, there he has at least 1. Okay,
Yeah.
so I think it is 50 energy, and so he might be able.
So that means he has a second coming here soon. Yeah, he has a second disable up.
Yeah, and he gets another tank. So again, this. Oh, nice disable there. Yep. That's going to allow him to get a position, and oh, these could be some huge shots on SCVs. So far, only 2 going down. 5, 8.
Cyclone almost went down as well.
Yeah, but nice micro there by EliteSlayer. But again, you know, that's a trade that EterNal's willing to make when he's up on economy. You know, his third base is already on location. Losing those 2 Ravens kind of sucks, but I mean, if he was in a scenario there where he's like, all right, if I trade army for army, I think I'm going to have the upgrade advantage, you know, and the economic advantage, which means my fallback is it's going to be bigger, it's going to be stronger, and it's going to be faster. Ooh, 2-2 already on the way, and the engineering base starting now for Elite, but I'll tell you what, anyone that's played a mirror matchup knows how critical those upgrades can be. You know, Zerglings versus Zerglings, Zerglings Banelings, just Protoss versus Protoss in general. But none is maybe as important as Marine fights when it comes to having an upgraded advantage. Even the Viking count really getting superior here for EterNal. He's got 4 to the, now 6 to the 1 of his opponent. And again, air control, super, super valuable, as you can have all the tanks you want, but if you can't get into your opponent's tank line, it doesn't really matter, you know?
Yeah, and I mean, it's going to take some godlike tank shots for EliteSlayer to pull it back. And damage, he has to do. Now, EterNal is defending a very spread out area, but the scan kind of gave EliteSlayer away here.
Yeah, whenever you get scanned, you're like, all right, what are you up to? And it looks like he's going to go to that same spot. Oh, yep, he sees it coming.
Yeah.
He's going to go to the same spot, and that's going to allow him to reposition probably in time. That tank in a great spot to not let him get sieged up there. And, you know, with the Viking advantage, he can force this away because, you know, Elite cannot gain that that vision of the natural that he needs to really push that position hard.
And the longer and longer this goes on, the better and better EterNal's position is. I mean, granted, he still doesn't have stim, but 2-2 finishing up. +1 tank weapon started. It's going to be pretty dire for EliteSlayer if he doesn't get damage done now.
Yeah, I think you're right. He might have a be able to do something right here, right now, while he has that stim advantage. Stim is so crucial of an upgrade. But again, 2-2, about to finish, and that stim
Elite's
not
out
far
of
behind it.
position. He needs to go in now.
Yeah.
Eternal's out of position.
Yeah. Ooh, he's gonna try and stim under these Vikings. He's gonna get one of them, but oh, that stim is inching closer and closer, and now I think that window is probably closed.
Yep.
As with stim finishing, I think that EterNal might be able to collapse on this position here. He's gonna get a tank in range, and I think he's trying to scan to wait and see if Elite will unsiege and go home, and the moment he unsieges, he's gonna try and just absolutely collapse on this army.
Yeah. This is Eternal's game to lose at this point. It's just been too long for EliteSlayer to move in, and there's just more and more and more for Eternal. He has the upgrade advantage. He already has +3
Oh
weapons
gosh,
started,
here
and
it
here we go.
comes. The massive surround here. He's gonna siege his tanks up now in range. The Marines are a little bit behind, which leaves his tanks hung out to dry. Ew, all but one of the medevacs going down, and now, I mean, now Eternal is gonna say, all right, I just wiped your tank count. And I still have, what is that, 7? Yeah. No, 8. He's got 8 tanks. One's, I think, defensively somewhere, maybe.
And EliteSlayer's landing his fourth. Eternal already has his fourth up and sat. So, like, even if this army dies, Eternal's still ahead.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, his units, his Marines don't have combat shield, and they're way overstimmed, but ooh. Even getting on the edge of that tank fire is disastrous for the Marine count, but yeah.
Well, EliteSlayer saved the siege, which is kind of nice here. Didn't lose too much in that engagement, but again, Eternal's still ahead.
That he is. That he is. I mean, even forcing that away and wasting that mining time. While Elite does have this base over on, I guess that's his 4th, now his 3rd. Um, I don't know. I mean, taking another look at the unit count, the Marine count even, but where we really see the big difference is the Viking control and the tank count. 6 more tanks for EterNal, and that's a lot of kaboom boom. Ooh, and he's beelining for this 4th base. It looks like he might get intercepted a little bit here. Both players sieging on up. Both players really clumped, but oh, huge tank fire. And it looks like EterNal's going to drop onto the tanks. GG is called. And EterNal takes the series 2-0, meaning he will go on to face Stalix in the winner's match.
While EliteSlayer will go down to face Jaded Shard in the loser's match.